Rikki Rockett just released a statement in an interview telling why Poison isn't doing a 40th anniversary tour. And what he said about Bret Michaels is stunning and shocking. I'll tell you exactly what he said, because I might go scorched earth right here on this edition of the Steve Champagne Radio Show. Welcome to the show, everyone, especially new viewers to the channel. Hi, what's going on? Welcome back, I Love Music Army, Poison fans, and everybody that wants to know this shocking statement that was released in an interview from Rikki Rockett from Poison on why they're not going to tour. And I'm going to tell you, I'm very upset about this. I mean, I am, when I tell you exactly what he said, it might just piss you off as much as I'm pissed off here. But before I get to that, I invite you to join us right here at the show. One of the fastest growing channels on YouTube, almost 2,000 subscribers in the last month, new subscribers. We would love for you to be a part of the I Love Music Army. I do read every single comment, and I can't wait to read what you have to say about his comments and my comments that I'm going to make, because trust me, I'm going to unleash. Now, I usually don't get that upset when rock stars do something crazy or something like that, but sometimes I just can't help myself, and I guess today's news hit me in the wrong spot, but here's what happened. Rikki Rockett said, and I want to read these quotes here, it came to Cece, Bobby, and me. We were all in on this 40th anniversary tour, and I thought Bret was, but he wanted the lion's share of the money to the point to where it makes it not possible to even do it. It's like he wanted $6 or $5 to every one of our dollars. So a 5-to-1 ratio. He said, you just can't work this way. He goes, I don't do this just for the money. I have a love to do this. But at the same time, you don't want to go out and work really hard to make somebody else a bunch of money. He also went on to say, and I want to make this abundantly clear in this video before I ask you guys some questions out there, which I'm excited to read and unleash. He said, despite his disappointment, he doesn't harbor any resentment over the situation. Every member of this band has given me so much privilege in life, it would be like hating your parents. He was then asked, would they go out and do a tour without Bret, replace him, get a different singer? He said, it's not out of the question, but doing that is like surgery. It's the last resort. I don't want to do that. I am not quarreling with Bret. We just didn't come to an agreement. I don't like it, and I will say that, but it's not like, let's put up our dukes. I don't think there is a better frontman for Poison. I have a lot to say about this, and I'm hoping you do too in the comments section. $5 to every dollar. Who does Bret Michaels think he is? I am not disputing the contribution that Bret Michaels gave to Poison. I'm not. I'm really not doing that. But this is lead singer syndrome if I've ever seen it in my life. You know, like how many lead singers does it take to change a light bulb? Well, just one. He holds the bulb and the world revolves around him. That's what this situation reminds me of. $5 to every one. Now, on Bret Michaels' side, I can see, hey, look, I'm singing these songs already and I'm making that kind of money now because I don't pay my band nothing. So I'm making a bunch of money. You want me to go out in the Poison logo? I want to make that kind of money too. Otherwise, I'm just going to go out and do these songs on my own and still make a whole bunch of money. Well, Bret, there's more to life than money, as Rikki Rockett said. And the fans are out there. Well, you got 4 original members, or at least 3 original members ready to do a tour for the fans, a 40th anniversary tour. And I'm not saying Poison's the greatest band on the face of the earth. They're a good, solid band. I saw them open once. They impressed me with their live performance. But getting back to Bret here, $5 to every dollar. That would be like, you know, I mean, this is just egregious to degrade the other three members of the band that contributed a lot to the band. They really did. Rikki Rockett, I don't want to hear how he's just an average drummer. I seen him live. I know how good this guy is. CC played fantastic when I saw him live back in the day. Bobby was great. The whole band was good. In fact, I was impressed. I couldn't believe it because, I first figured, okay, well, they're just a so-so band. I saw them open up. I think it was for David Lee Roth, and I walked away going, Poison's pretty doggone good. Those guys sounded fantastic. I had a different, and I followed them, and of course their career kind of went downhill after that Open Up and Say Ah album. It kind of started sliding downhill, and then the end of the band came, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But come on. $5 to every dollar. Here's your first question. Do you think he deserves that? Do you think he's asking for too much money to come to a show? 2, do you think he's disrespecting the fans by asking for that money, knowing that the other guys aren't going to agree to that? Because who's going to agree to that? Who's just going to agree to that? They were all a successful band that had a lot of hits. It's not like he's making it sound like it was just him and the other guys were just kind of hanging around. And if it wasn't for him, they would have never been stars or something like that. I'm so upset I can't even get my thoughts out right. I can't even get them out because I'm that upset at this 5-to-1 ratio. This is just absolutely ridiculous to me. What are your thoughts? I invite you to join us. I am not always in a tirade mood here. Like I said, I can't even speak. But I would love to have you be a part of this show, the I Love Music Army, where I do read every single comment, and I want to read what you have to say. Maybe I'll calm down here after this. I'm just so upset because this is just wrong in my view. Till next time, I'm speechless.